Philly, BEATZ.
I mean, y'all hearing what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Take a lot for a nigga to get inspired, man. So much bullshit out the tape, man. So much bubble gum. You know what I'm saying? I be having to get the urge to get in this bitch, man. You know
Sometimes you gotta let that thing ride, man. You know what I
I
mean?
mean?
Rushing this shit.
Like waking up sluggish from a long night after they go to the gym. And I still get in there and get the reps.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Rolling woods in my neck of the keeper, excellent in my ethic is catch a move. You kill the editor, bully the bullies, prey on the predator, smoke that premium. Niggas ain't regular, get it and whipping and flipping, accelerator. Lecture sliding through in the Tesla, handle the rock like the professor. Felt the pressure for the lesser, everything coming together. So relentless, more endeavors, hustling more than ever. Better get yours together, fucking them whores together. Catching you and your boys together. Good connection with God, put you and the Lord together. Heaven gates, nigga.
Turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
Want to start
I
off
think
with
we
that?
should,
Hey,
yeah.
OJ, ain't OJ dead?
Yes, but you didn't see yesterday they
Nobody
put that,
cared neither
that
when he
they
passed.
had, they tried to...
Nah, people care. Don't do that.
Only
Nobody
Cam
cared
cared.
like that.
Only Cam posted that nigga, yo.
Nobody
do that.
cared like that.
People
That's
cared.
true.
Shout out to the Juice. People cared.
No one cared, bro.
That's
Nah,
terrible.
shout out
I
to
think
the
it's a good
Juice. You
topic.
crazy. I cared.
See? Stop.
Shout out
I'm
to the
saying
Juice.
everybody, nobody was going crazy like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
OJ passed away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you expect people to go.
The fact that we have to talk about him right now is disrespectful. The man can't speak up for himself, nothing. Just even if it was for a second and the information is wrong, they don't have anything.
But
Just
that's what I
saying.
think the story is.
Like, it's annoying, bro.
But that's what the story is, right? Like, I mean, the story is that an ex-bodyguard claimed to have tapes of OJ confessing to the murder.
And then they,
Why he ain't been say that?
because they bagged the tapes and they found there ain't no confession on
So,
that.
right. So, but I think it's interesting that after all these years, like, they still trying to get him.
Yo, exactly.
He's dead. You gonna lock his dead body
What
up?
they
You
gonna
thought the
do?
blood didn't
Dig him
fit
up.
before.
They
fuck?
They about to put
The man
a
is
jail
gone.
cell over his grave or something. Like,
You want
Yo,
attention
you
so
annoying.
bad.
Not a jail
Wow,
cell over
jail
his
cell
grave.
over his grave.
Yo,
That's
Kim,
nuts.
you gotta chill.
that's what they want to do.
That's kind of crazy.
You know they
That's
all
nasty.
mad
Yo,
they
Kim,
are.
you gotta chill.
Yeah, you said don't chill. You
You
know how
need-
mad
you
they
need to-
are that OJ got off? It's
Still.
2024.
They
This
still
man
try-
is in the ground and they're like, we got the tapes. We got the confession tapes.
We told you he did it.
Yo, Spin, we
That's
gotta trade,
crazy.
man. We
Who
gotta
covered
trade.
it is
Why
the
you ain't got
problem.
this shit out,
We
bro?
gotta trade.
But then
Now
they
with a hoodie,
said
you don't
they
pull a
got the
chain out with a
tapes.
hoodie.
The ex-bodyguard
Diddy
tapes.
did that shit here.
That's nah.
And it's not on
Don't
there.
do that.
But Diddy's alive.
A t-shirt.
What?
Yeah.
You said Diddy, right?
No, I didn't say Diddy.
Oh, sorry.
What that? What?
My bad. Say it again.
They trying to put OJ corpse up in there with Diddy.
Yeah, he getting that 80s flow money, boy.
OJ corpse.
Definitely paid in
Y'all
full.
getting that 80s flow
Okay.
money, man.
I'm chilling. This cold as
Okay.
shit.
You
No,
getting
hold on,
that-
fellas. That brings us to an interesting point.
What?
Because she mentioned I saw a post in the paper. I'm not gonna say which one. It was like an opinion that says, why is it that whenever black men get in positions of power, all the worst things they've ever done are brought out at the exact same time? And it doesn't negate the bad thing, the terrible thing that they've done. But why is it whenever they're in positions of power and they're looking to make you find out that all these stories come out when they were about to make some crazy move that would have shaken everything up. Like Bill Cosby, you found out he was about to buy NBC. Out comes it. Michael Jackson was he owned like so much of the catalog. And then you found out he was about to try and buy Marvel. And out comes all his constant allegations for like every business move he made. It doesn't escape me that Ceyz tells us what he was about to do. As far as I was getting away from the fighting, I was going to focus on entrepreneurship. I had all these ideas. My contract looked like this, and this, and then kablooey. And a second ago, I don't want to say you were shooting bail to Diddy, but you related on the strength that he did so much for so many people, and now that he's down, nobody's saying anything, and he's just a monster to so many people. But you relate
I
in
definitely
that.
relate to when that whole situation went down. I related shit. A video came out with me, and then guess what? A video came out of him. You know what I mean? Which was different. It was kind of crazy, but we both was in that situation. You feel me? And I just felt like, even though niggas is making him guilty before he's even guilty, and it's like, yeah, with us black people, we just sit there and we just cast down instead of just like, you know what? Hold on, let's view the facts and see when this trial come out. You know what I mean? And see if they really have something on them. Because honestly, a RICO charge for a mogul, that sounds kind of crazy. And you see, they did the same thing with Gunna with that whole damn RICO charge, and he beat it. So let's save the whatchamacallit. But my shit is just like, he helped wild people out. Even though he hurt wild people careers and shit like that, he helped wild people out. So my shit is, no one's gonna say nothing towards his character or anything like that.
But we gotta say this, and I gotta quote Spider-Man's late great Uncle Ben.
What's that?
When he said, with great power comes great responsibility. And men who get into these positions of powers, or women, need to understand that when you have that amount of power and influence, now you can't do the things that you would do that would get caught on tape.
Which is true.
That will get circulated.
But guess what?
You gotta watch your moves.
But guess what? There's a camera everywhere. So you living under that microscope, and I felt like that for years. You living under that microscope, that shit really, really sucks. Because sometimes you want to do what you want to do, and you can't. Imagine you having money, and you still living like a poor person because certain shit you can't do no fucking way.
But Devil's Advocate says you specifically volunteered for the camera. So did Diddy, so did Cosby, so did everybody.
Right.
You gotta understand that responsibility.
And then that's the next thing. Like, motherfuckers pray for rain, but they don't expect the mud. We didn't expect the mud. I never expect the mud. I didn't see this. I like, damn, I want to be famous. I want to be rich. Da. But I ain't expect all the leeches, all the other shit that comes with it. Cause we're not taught that shit. We hear other rappers and susceptible taught, and that's some bullshit. Then when you see it come to your soul, like, oh shit, this happening to me. And you never see it till you hit the rock bottom.
I think that when you get to that certain level, you have to watch your self-inflicted wounds. Because things will happen. It's like things will happen. But the self-inflicted ones is what basically bury a lot of people.
And that's self-sabotage. A lot of motherfuckers self-sabotage themselves because they're scared.
Yeah.
Well, homeboy who got shot, this medical dude,
the United Healthcare CEO.
You think to yourself that one thing I've always noticed is that we black people, entertainment people, fame is kind of like the goal, right? Being famous. Sometimes not even being rich, being famous. Attention is the new currency. So there are people who will go for attention and fame faster than they will bread. They can't pick some of these other CEOs out of a lineup. People who are making hundreds of millions of dollars, running in billion-dollar industries. The people at the top of the food chain, you give a name of a CEO who's running like the biggest record label, the biggest pharma company. You don't know these people. They're not famous. But they get all the bread. They get all the attention. They don't want any of the attention, just all the bread. This specific guy found out who his face was, and somebody shot him.
See, not just somebody.
That was like a direct hit.
Nah, that
talk
was a hit.
about that.
They had to find that motherfucker on Craigslist because that nigga.
Not Craigslist.
Listen, 6:30 a.m. That's a.
Nah, I kind of like disagree with what you said about them being famous. They're not famous to us because we're not in that field. I could show you a whole bunch of famous people that you wouldn't even think is famous because you're not in that field.
Entertainment famous is what I'm speaking on.
Yeah.
Celebrity. He means more so celebrity.
I mean, in that field, they are like celebrities.
Not in the same way, right? Like and let's reset this, right? So, and I do want to say before we talk about this, this happened today, and it was a horrible thing. It's a 50-year-old man named Brian Thompson who was gunned down, fatally shot, right, in Midtown.
I thought he was 40.
No, he's 50.
Okay, my bad.
Right? With a silencer. By now, probably everyone has seen the video because the NYPD released the video online. So I don't know how y'all. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. It looks like something.
Hey, it was like it looked like a.
Yeah. Ha! Yeah, I'm so special, I'm so special, I'm so special, so special, so special. I'm like Ichigo, master in a red suit. This my Bankai form, I'm about to let loose. Better make your next move, your best move. Straight out the gate, niggas gon' hate and try to test you. Watch who you with, who your mans, who you next to. If you take a hit with son assist like a nephew,
you can never check us. Homie, this a chess move. Wrote this on a little short bus, I'm so special. If Mav say get him, I'ma get him. Ain't no talking when I pull up. Park up, hop out, run down with my hood up. Now what the fuck are you hating for? Can't DFG get money anymore?